What's up, guys? I got the light bar a lot of you guys have been waiting for. Got the new X series light bar by Auxbeam. Now this is a 32-inch 180 watt light bar. Uses my favorite LEDs, the Cree LEDs, and it's got these 4D projector lenses that we've seen a bunch of times do a really good job as far as spot beam goes. But this is a spot beam flood beam combination, and you got your flood beams out here, spot beam in the center, flood beams over here. But a few things you might have noticed already. It's got a pretty radical new look to it. It doesn't look like any of the light bars I've tried out on my channel so far. And you know, you got this new red frame on here. Gives it a pretty cool look. Definitely makes it stand out. But the other thing that's really cool about this light bar is it's got these lenses. I told you the flood beam lenses rather. These things pop out, and this is what gives you your flood beam effect. This little diffuser. You see right under there you've got your regular 4D style projector beams. So if you really wanted all spot beams, you just pull all these little lens caps off and you've got yourself a big spot beam light bar. Looks pretty cool. Doesn't look like anything anybody else has. You know, you've seen one light bar, you've kind of seen them all to a point, but this thing definitely stands out. But what also makes this cool, they sell different color lenses for these. You can get amber, red, green, blue, and can't remember if there's another one or not, but they have a few different colors that you can get of these lenses. And you just go ahead and pop them in there. You know, now you got a amber floodlights or you know, red, blue, green, what have you. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those to show you. I may have to go ahead and try and get some of those and do a follow-up video to this video, show you guys what it looks like at night with the different colors on there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nothing I've ever seen before, so we're going to go ahead and test it out, see how it works. And comes with a couple different style mounting hardware. See if I can pop one of these open for you. Comes with these stainless steel feet that you can put on the ends. Really nice looking stainless steel hardware here. Go on the outside, we should go on this side rather. Gives you all your up and down. And it's also got, usually I'm a little more prepared and have these out already, but also comes with these aluminum hardware here that will actually go up underneath the light bar, and you can mount it, you know, flush mount to something as well. So we'll check those out closer up here in a minute. But also there is a separate wiring harness available for this light bar. I'll put a link in the description to where you get this harness as well. The cool thing about this harness, and something I didn't mention about the light bar yet, this light bar also has, if you look at this, we got 3 wires there instead of just your usual 2 wires. Well, you've got your main light bar, and you've also got a daytime running light feature. And these little slots right here are individual LEDs that serve as a daytime running light feature. You know, if you want to drive around, have it lit up, but not be blinding people. You know, some people drive around with these things on during the daytime. They don't realize they're hurting people's eyes. But I mean, if you still want to have your light on, kind of look cool, I guess, you go ahead and you have that daytime running light feature. I'll show you that in a minute. But this wiring harness has actually got, let me find the switch for you. It's got a switch, 2 separate buttons, 2 separate relays, and you can control both the daytime running lights and your regular lights. So I'll go ahead and get this opened up and show you that a little better too here in a minute. But yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty neat. Can't wait to try it out. Now I went ahead and just attached the mounting hardware to the bottom of this light bar loosely here just so we can see how it works. But I got to show you how low profile this thing is. I can't believe how low it goes. And you notice I got the hardware on the bottom of the light right now. You can't even tell. It looks like it's sitting flush on the box. But the hardware is actually sitting flush on the box. And this is how much movement you get up and down, which is pretty cool. I'll hold it up there so you can actually see the little hardware under there. That is a pretty low profile mounting system. I really like that. You know, if you don't want your light bar sitting way high up off your roof or whatever you're mounted to, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. So you can see on the bottom here, you get these little feet. They go on there and they slide up and down. And they slide, you know, side to side. Pretty cool, you know. Gives you a lot of flexibility where you're going to mount them. And like I said, you know, you've still got your stainless steel feet. If you don't want to go that route, you can go ahead and bolt these right to whatever you're going to mount it to. And you've got 2 tabs, 2 bolt holes, you know, to give you a real good secure mounting that way too. So definitely gives you some pretty cool options as far as how you're going to mount this thing. Alright, I'll go ahead and show you this wiring harness real quick. Now you see you've got a long lead to go out to the front of your vehicle. Now in the end it just uses regular spade style connectors. It's not really my favorite. Like I said, you know, I've said this in a bunch of videos, but where I live, you know, we get a lot of salt in the wintertime. and it causes corrosion. These things will stop working on you. But I mean, if you live in a, down south where you don't have to worry about it, hey, go ahead and put your spades on, you're good to go. If you live somewhere with a lot of corrosion like I do, still not a problem. Go on eBay, get yourself a little weather pack connector, cut these off, stick your weather pack connector on, you're good to go. Never have any problems with it. But anyway, you get those 3 wires hooked up there. Like I said, the harness comes with 2 relays, one for each side of the light bar, the daytime running lights and the main light bar. Comes with 2 fuses, one for each setup, so you're protected on your circuits. And you've got this button, it'll go up on your dash. It's got a double-sided sticky tape, stick right on your dash or wherever you want to mount it. And that's pretty much it. It's got 2 power wires. Now on the switch side, it's going to go inside your car. You got a little connector here so you can stick this through firewall or whatever you have to stick it through. You go ahead and plug that back in. You've got a power and a ground off of this. It's going to go somewhere inside the car to your fuse box and to a ground. And then off of your relays, you've also got a power wire. It's going to go right to the battery, good positive. And then it's got a ground wire, going to go to a good chassis ground or right to the battery as well. And you're all set, you're ready to go. Then all you got to do, push the button, see what's happened. So let's go ahead and try it out. First, the daytime running lights. There you go. And then you've got your main light bar. That's pretty sweet. Run them both, one or the other. That's pretty cool. I like it. Can't wait to try it out after dark, see how bright this baby is. Alright, it's nice and dark out. Let's go ahead and check it out. First up, we'll do the daytime running lights so you can see what those look like after dark. Now there it is straight on. You see just those few LEDs light up. Doesn't blind anybody's eyes. Still gives you a pretty decent amount of light in the dark actually, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it looks pretty cool at the same time. Let's go ahead and see about the main light bar. Oh yeah, that thing really lights it up. Now I'll go ahead and switch the camera around here so you can see what the light output looks like now that we've seen what the actual light bar looks like. Alright, to get the camera all switched around here so we can see what the light output looks like. First we'll go ahead and do the daytime running lights. Now, just like I've said in every one of my videos, you know how the camera just doesn't do it justice. Well, this is a perfect example because I can see at least a good, 20, 30 feet in front of me. I mean, it's not bright light, but if this was on my four-wheeler, my Razor, something like that, and this was the only light I had, I could get home with it. I mean, I can see a good distance in front of me. Like I said, it doesn't light up the, it doesn't turn it into daylight or anything, but I can see, quite a ways in front of me. And the camera, all you can see is a bunch of white dots, which are actually the weeds in my field back here that need to be brush hogged down. But we'll go ahead and turn on the main light bar. I'll show you what that looks like. See, now you can see all those weeds I was talking about. But yeah, there's those dots there, and there they are as weeds. But it actually does do a pretty decent job with just the daytime running lights. But keep in mind, that's not what those are for. They're not to light your way in the dark. They're just so you can fire them up during the daytime. Looks pretty cool, it draws attention to you. Maybe for safety, that sort of thing. People won't pull out in front of you because they see you coming. But you're not blinding people like you would if you were driving around with a, a 32-inch light bar like this on. Even in the daylight, this light bar blinds people's eyeballs. So, I mean, that's what that's for. It looks cool, gives you a little bit of light, draws attention to you, safety, all that good stuff. But here's the main light bar, and just like every Auxbeam light bar we checked out, I mean, this is no surprise. It looks great. It's really bright. And you can see that spot up in the trees back there. That tree line's probably 35, 40 yards away, maybe a little bit further. And, the camera, obviously, said it a million times, it doesn't pick up as much light as I can see. But it actually lights up that tree line really well. And I think it's even worse right now because the camera's focusing on all these stinking white weeds out here in my field. But, yeah, it looks really good. And that's pretty impressive. Like I said, even the daytime running light's pretty neat. And this dual switch, to be able to switch them on and off just like that, that's pretty cool. So you pick up one of these, you should definitely go ahead and get the wiring harness sold separately with it. Hook that up so you can do both daytime running lights and regular lights at the same time. But pretty cool. I like it. So check it out, guys. Just like always, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description where you can check them out on Amazon. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.